Hi, how's everybody doing today? It's week 3 of my 3x5 superset. Starting off with drag curls. I decided to kind of keep the weight the same as it was week 1. So I'm noticing that I noticed, especially with yesterday with my chest workout, I don't want my first workout affecting my later workout, so I gotta set off a little lighter. Here we go. There we go. 5. So one thing I think could be helpful for some people who are newer to the gym or trying to get into a routine is to take the time to consider what are your goals, what's your philosophy towards lifting. When people come to the gym, they just want to get in shape and be in decent shape. They're not looking to get too muscular, not necessarily concerned with getting too strong. They just want to be healthy, and that's completely fine. Nothing wrong with that. You just gotta find what you're looking for. Personally, I want to get swole. I also want to be strong, which means I got to be a little more patient with both, because I can't really, how they say, jack of all trades, master of none. So you can't expect to get super strong and super big when you're doing both, or training for both rather. You just gotta be patient. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not an expert. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a power lifter or strongman. There you go. Second set. With these drag curls, remember we're kind of letting our wrists hang a little bit. How you doing? And we're just dragging it up the body. There we go. Bring the elbows. Go behind it. I like these as a warm-up because I feel like it gets the whole bicep nice and warmed up. There we go. For me personally, I ain't going along the lines of why you come to the gym, your personal philosophy towards, your gym or what have you. For me, I'm looking to train my body to build muscle and to get stronger. A lot of people get so hung up on building muscle, or they kind of, in my opinion, if you're newer to the gym or you're newer to lifting and you're just getting back into it, I think it's important to take the time to train your body to build muscle. I'm looking for some tins right now. What I mean by training your body to build muscle is that there's a lot of people who say to avoid cardio if you want to build muscle, because cardio kills gains. But zone 2 cardio, there we go. Zone 2 cardio, which that's the kind of cardio where it's like a light jog or a trot. But you can cardio where you can hold a conversation, but you're not just walking slow. You got a little bit of a movement to you. Zone 2 cardio helps increase your capillaries, if I'm not mistaken. Helps increase blood volume, improves your oxygen efficiency. To me, all those things are good for growth. Good for building muscle. The more capillaries you have, the more blood you have, more of those nutrients and proteins and carbs that can get to your muscles. So, it's sometimes, that's why when I talk about training your body to build muscle, that's kind of what I mean. That's it. There you go. Now on to the superset. Also, I want to talk about training the body to build muscle. Now, there's some people who they stick doing the entire year, they'll be training 12 reps because that's, what, what they say builds the best muscle or is the best for hypertrophy. But I think it's good to program all of the rep ranges, have programs with, 15, 20 plus reps, programs that are, 10 reps, 5 reps. Actually, I might need that. Bring that in a little closer. Actually, that was about right. Including all the rep ranges in a given year, I feel like you're training the muscle to grow, where you do those higher rep range programs. That's going to help increase your muscular endurance. So that way, as you continue on and you're using heavier weights, you maybe do more sets of heavier weights. Or rather, as you're doing the workouts with heavier weights with lower reps, you know that you're failing because of the, strength aspect of things versus you're failing because you don't have the endurance. Excuse me. But I'm no expert. What do I know? This is a guy who likes to lift. One thing I can say is, the volume training program that I was following for this one, I think it definitely served its purpose. So that I can say that I feel like my muscular endurance skyrocketed. Ooh, let's go. One more. I think next week I might do a deload, stretch this program out to be a 6-week program. I gotta fix my form on those. I got in the gym today. I weighed myself. I was up to 195.6, so I had I was a little under 195 when I first started this program, but I gained too much weight quickly, so I decided to cut down a little bit closer to 190. But now I'm slowly gaining the weight, so hopefully for the rest of this week, this is as heavy as I want to be. I don't really want to put any more weight this week. The next week we can probably put on another pound or two. My goal is to finish this program around 200 pounds. I'm gonna just do one more. There we go. So now it's time for dumbbell curls, some sort of hammer curls. Pretty excited for this week, because usually the third week of my programs I start to see some differences. Here we go. Yeah, the music bumping today. Good grief. It's not that good. I should put their pump up music, but it is what it is. Alright, last set. Going for 3. Obviously, if I can get more than 3, cool. But at least 3. I might only get 1 though. We'll see. Whew. Yep, only getting that 1. Yep, next week is definitely going to be a deload. Last exercise of the day. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So, last exercise of the day, we're gonna do these curls, or I guess pull downs. I saw a video saying that these actually aren't good for the biceps, but as I started doing these, I could definitely see a difference. There you go. Second set. Make sure this is still on. Okay. Actually, I don't want to. One more. There we go. One more set. Alright. Here we go, last set. Ooh. There we go. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching.